presentation of the National Football League.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. And tonight we start Week 9 with a good one in prime time, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they can't be any better as we hit the halfway mark. A perfect 7-0 on the year.
And when we looked at this team in August and we looked at the schedule, we thought they had the potential to get off to a hot start. I don't think either of us expected 7-0.
The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
In motion, the tight end. Tua going to throw. That's caught by Waller out left side. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
3rd and 6.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Got the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. To this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. Very productive. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last week.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. But he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 37-yard line. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. To throw is Jackson. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's another Baltimore
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? So, who are the freshest guys? Coming off the last game and playing a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early in offense.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Now Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Prater for the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That one into the hands of Shepard downfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. That's out to the flat for Gordon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
At the Ravens' 34-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Tua. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage. Look at this Baltimore defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Back to throw. Coming, and they got it once again. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
In formation for the Dolphins.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. The Ravens offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession. And he has been a monster in the red zone here in these first couple of months of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in rushing touchdowns. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak in this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Over the middle, complete. That's Shepard. And he's got this down to the 35.
13 yards on the play. And the Dolphins.
Tua sets up to pass it. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Dolphins first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll run with Mitchell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and
looking to pass. Tua. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready. All right, go ahead, go. Ready.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete out of the backfield, Elijah Mitchell. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Sanders' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And they'll begin by running the option. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. So they keep the ball, but work to do on second and long. Jackson now. Now he's going to step up and run. Minus 9 yards on the play, and now it's third down. Though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Facing 4th down, Baltimore will punt. Jordan Stout out there. Deep to return, Malik Washington. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Tua. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. This is intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Zay Flowers, 69 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. They'll take it up past the 25 at the 26-yard line. Miami set to take over. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just a touchdown.
Tua hit, and the ball is out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Prater for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Under pressure, and they got to him again. John Jenkins in there to drop him. It sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
It's safe. Go ahead.
Here's Tua. And the pressure gets to him again. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. From the gun, it's Jackson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Jackson going to keep it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. 4th down. Here's Jackson. He'll try to do it himself. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Real quick.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jackson, option right. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Play action. It's Jackson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Jackson and the rest of the offense staying put. They will go for it on 4th. From the gun, Jackson. He'll try to do it himself. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Beckham. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead. Now Prater to add the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it's OBJ, Odell Beckham, who ends it with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. Options galore here. Second and a few inches.
10 yards on the pickup.
Tua going to throw. Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's on the guard, Laken Tomlinson. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Credit that sack to Travis Jones. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And he's done everything he could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Jackson going to keep it. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. And Jackson throwing once more. Now he'll tuck this and run. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick...
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Oh, good return up past the 30. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he continues to be a nightmare for teams to defend in the red zone. You see the graphic. He's second in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
First down. A gain of 4 yards.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. From the 33, here's 2nd down in the yard. Henry up the middle. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 54 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he rifles one incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it.
It's a gain of 8.
They go play action now. Jackson looking left side. Andrews with it complete. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Jackson from the shotgun. He'll try to do it himself. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Miami's offense set and ready to go. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Drive starts with a give to Mitchell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
It's now 3rd down.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Travis Jones able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. Standing just outside his own goal line. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 44-yard line.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
And he's brought down. Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brings up second and 10.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Fights him off. Derrick Henry all alone. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry. That's his 18th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Dolphins, first down.
Now back to throw. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Drop for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. The Dolphins on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. In trouble, and he's taken down. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The visitors' offense and Derrick Henry set to take over once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display for him. 120 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Again, it's Henry. Shedding the tackle that gives him some room. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 25-yard line.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And got his man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
The tackle made back at the 44-yard line.
Yeah, ready. Wait, Chief, wait. Set. Get ready to speed. Get ready to speed.
Throwing on second and long. Tua. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up third.
Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. And hang on here, we got an injured player, and that is QB Tua Tagovailoa, who's in need of some assistance.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics. Are you sure? Well, the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you, someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. See if he can do it. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And a busy night for Henry continues. Rasul Douglas there to get him down.
2nd down and 6 now.
4 yards on the pickup.
That 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Baltimore,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
and they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Miami, it'll be loss number 6 on the season for them, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.